Hi, welcome to Social Research Insights. My name is Kamakshaya. I'm Principal Consultant. Social Research Insights is a freelance training outfit. We have a lot of content related to data science and analytics. Recently, we also started creating the content related to Internet of Things. All the content available through our YouTube channel is entirely free. Anybody can watch, download, and also distribute in their respective professional circles. However, we need a small favor. Please consider calling us for your tutoring needs, maybe for some workshops, conferences, or seminars, and we shall come to your institutes and will train your staff and also students on data science, analytics, and IoT. This is one of the video tutorials which related to my series of presentations regarding writing Java programs for summary statistics. I thought of creating this content due to one simple problem that I encountered just recently while writing the MapReduce programs to process the data from the HDFS. To put it very simply, there is very less content online, or maybe we have a problem finding a person who can give tutorial or maybe talk on writing the programs related to statistical analysis through MapReduce paradigm, which latter may be used for the data processing. When the data is there in HDFS, these MapReduce programs might be required in order to process such data. So I thought of creating some certain content that will try to provide an alternative solution to figure out this particular problem related to MapReduce. Okay, this series of presentations I will be dealing with how to write or develop the code for summary statistics using Java programming. So in my earlier tutorial I told how to write the program for arithmetic average, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to write the program for variance and standard deviation by using tools in Ubuntu. So I'm using Ubuntu 16.04 and I need a text editor. I'm going to take a very raw approach to develop this source code. My steps are going to be like this. Step number 1, open the text file. 2, write the code. 3, compile. And 4, execute. Of course, the fourth one is obviously execution. So first 3 steps are very much important. So I'm going to do the step number 1, which means the step number 1 is to open a text file. I think I have a directory which I created for writing the programs in. I have to just find, I think this is the Java program. So cd Java programs, now clear. ls, I have very few files here. I already have a model file. Already tried the code. That is why I created a file called variance. You can see it here. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to write the program right from the scratch. First, to create the text file, sudo gedit. I like this application because it gives me a very nice look, just like we have Notepad in Windows. I call it as my variance. Okay, I think you don't have any problem if I call my. So yeah, this is just a clean, via a very white sheet like screen where I'm going to write this. I need a dependency to develop the source code for my variance. To compute the variance and standard deviation, that is scanner, and it is there in the package called util. The path for the package is the fully qualified name. We usually call it a fully qualified name, something like that. Import Java util everything from this package, so that I'll get everything. I'm also going to use a particular package called math, which is there in this particular package. So I'm going to use two sub packages, one util scanner, and the another one is math. So I'm going to create the main class, and the name of the main class must be similar to the name of the file. So here my file name is my variance. So my main class is going to be public class my variance. Okay. Now open the bracket and close the bracket. In this, I'm going to put my method. My method is going to be public void. I call it as the, maybe I can call where. Yes, of course, that is okay, no problem, doesn't matter, it is after all my function. So let me create a scanner object. Scanner sa is equal to new scanner, and this is going to be the system input. So system in, take it as in. Now I need an index number to create an array. So here what is going to happen, I read some inputs from the terminal, and these inputs I redirect them to a particular array. I need an array where I keep all these user input values, and finally I will try to calculate the variance and standard deviation by using these values. For that, what I need, I just want my terminal to ask me a question, how many numbers you wanted to input. So for that, system out println, and here you can just simply come and write how many numbers. I can just simply put it as the input index. That's sufficient. And now read that into some int. Int n is equal to next int, because that is an integer. Okay. And now take that as the index for an array, and this is an array where we are going to redirect the user input values from the terminal. So my array is going to be double. Sometimes I wanted to put some decimal values. Double array. This ARR can be anything other than ARR. This is, after all, I'm creating this object ARR. This is a user created object. Okay, double AR, and I think now this is array. So we need to put this brackets double and take the index of the double as n. Now read the value, system out println. Now you can input your values, input values. Now I use a for loop to input the values, I less than n, I plus plus, and then comes the take all this user. The terminal mimics as if SC next double, because the array is the double of the type double. So all the double values, maybe a double can be an integer, doesn't matter, but integer cannot be a double. So that is the problem in programming. So it is better if we define our data, the array type, as double instead of int. Then what I need to do, I have to find an average to compute the variance. I think you must be having some, if you are watching this video, I'm sure you should be having some idea about the summary statistics. The way to compute the variance goes like this. So the variance is going to be, I want black color. Okay, the variance is going to be sum of the squares, which means xi is the data value, minus x bar, sum of the squares, and divided by n minus 1. So this is how we calculate the variance for sample data. And if it is a population, then instead of n minus 1 we'll be having capital N. So this is, and for standard deviation, we just have to take the square root of variance. So this is how we compute the statistics. I mean the standard deviation and variance, which are as a part of the summary statistics in statistical analysis. So this is how we compute. So now what is going to happen? I just try to take all the values into one array. I call it as AR, and I take this difference into another array. I call it as diff, because it is diff. So diff is an array, AR is an array, and I create another array, maybe with AR1, where I take this square of the diffs, which means the sum of the squares. Diff multiplied by diff, something like that. So now first let me take the user inputs into an array that is over here. Now go for the sum up, not the sum. I think we need to go for the diff, right? Diff. Yeah, diff is an array, right? Diff is an array. Yeah, we have to calculate mean. We need to find out the, so come out of the loop, then go for the average. Average is going to be the sum. We need sum. Sum plus is equal to I. So sum up all the values in the array. So since we created a new object with a name sum, so which is going to be the double, so we have to declare that here double sum. This is the double value, right? And we'll be using so many other objects or variables, so we just have to come back to this particular place, and there we have to, so another object is another variable is average, avg, which is also double. Just now we created this, and this is going to be the double, and I have to mention double here, and finally divide the sum with number of elements, that is going to be the average. Now I'll make use of another for loop to create the differences and also the squares, sum of the squares. For int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. And now come here, use another array called diff I is equal to, we are not going to scan, we already have the elements. So where are these elements? They are there in this array. We already have those elements. We already scanned the elements or the user inputs, and we saved in that array. So now add I each element minus average. So this is actually the difference. Now we need to go for the sum of the differences. Sum 1, because I already used name sum for one variable, so this time I cannot go for the same. So sum 1 is equal to, I think I should use sum 1 plus, is equal to diff I and multiply with the same variable. So now that difference is getting multiplied. Now come out of the loop, then compute the variance, where is equal to, again double, my double this time is going to be sum 1, sum of the squares, divided by this time n minus 1 for sample. Now the same n minus 1 we can also use the same thing here to compute the arithmetic average, but for average it doesn't mean, it is pretty straightforward. Since we created another variable, where I just have to come here and declare that in the declaration area. So now our var is over. The last one is going to be the standard deviation. Standard deviation is going to be math. We have a library called math under util. Math take power of var to 0.5. This is actually takes care of this particular statement. Part of the statement takes care of calculating the square root for the variance. Now finally come here, print output my calculated values, println one for variance and system out println standard deviation. So here we'll just go for the, so I don't require to put the comments because I am giving you a running commentary. The variance is, and now here put where, now the standard deviation is, now put this stdev, right? So I think we are, and since we created the standard deviation here, I think we did not declare in our declaration stdev, so we should be very cautious of declaring stdev where average. Someone is not there, it is missing, right? Someone is equal to, it is also double, some is okay, some average, and if, yeah, diff, we did not declare diff here. Yeah, this is, so this time so we did not declare the array diff new wn. These are the arrays. So now array is there, initiated, sum we declared, and average we declared, and diff is an array we initiated, sum1 we declared here, and where we declared, and stdev we declared, I think, yeah, stdev. So all, everything, declarations and initiations, instances, creating instances for the arrays in scanner, everything is okay. Now let us go, our code is ready, our function is, method is ready. Now we need to instantiate this method and call this method from the terminal while execution. So for that we need to create the main method, that is the discipline in Java, public static void main. This is the main method. This will call the user method and execute it. String is an array, args. What is our method? My variance where, I think where is the, yeah, where my where is equal to new my variance. Now my where get me the method my where. This is the method. So here the method where. So I think now we are ready to compile the program. I think everything is okay, but anyway, while compiling the program we'll come to know whether we are correct or not. We needn't worry for that. So clear sudo javac and my var java. Yeah, there are, yeah, we missed colon at the end of the statement. We missed again I think here diff star is not there, right? So we did a couple of mistakes. Let's go back, and here we missed the colon. Any other places? Then yeah, here star, it cannot be star I. I think these are the two mistakes. Let's clean my, so again recompile some. Yeah, I forgot to put this. You should have reminded me, right? Yeah, colon. Now again clear. Let us see that this time. I think, yeah, again there is a next. N is equal to next, and cannot find symbol into n equal, yeah, yes, see, we forgot that it is a scanner, right? Where is this? Yeah, this is a scanner instance. Okay, now again clear. It happens, you need not worry, like, we have to compile again because we commit so many mistakes while writing or developing the source code for. So only thing, we just have to compile. While compiling the Java throw, usually we call it as it rises exception, warnings and errors. Let me call warning or error. So we have to pick up the error and go back to the code, and there we should mend our code. And now let's, yeah, I think this time okay. So now it created the class for me, Java my var. Yes, it is working. Input var is 1. Sorry, I did a mistake. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but it is working. 1, 2, 3. So though I didn't give input here, but it is it asked me 5 times. It is an empty attempt, so but still it went for 4 other times. Actually it should ask me 5 times, so something like that. We can also mend this code so that it will keep on ask until it encounter a barrier and it stops asking for the inputs and something like that. This is actually static. It will only ask for the 5 times and then it computes. Now the variance is 2.5 and the standard deviation is 1.58. Let's go to the calculator, calc, and square root of what is that, 2.5. Yes, 1.581. Yeah, you see the precision. Wow, that's so great. This is how we can develop the source code for some of the summary statistics. In this tutorial I explained you how to write the Java program to compute the variance and standard deviation. In my next tutorial I'll show you how to compress these two classes and create a Java archive file, which we shortly call it as a jar file. So how to make the jar file by using these two classes I shall tell you in my forthcoming tutorial. So if you like my video, please press like and stay tuned, stay for the new content. Thank you.